The truth about me 5 years ago was that I was a hopeless dope fiend, and I was pretty crazy.
When I reached bottom, I realized I was looking at a 5-year prison term, and I just couldn't stop.
I was in the service. I deployed to Iraq twice. We were in Fallujah, and that was like the roughest part of Iraq at the time, so it was pretty scary out there.
When I was 19, I was raped in a home invasion robbery, and right after it was done, pretty much everyone in my life, I got the message from them that this was my fault, and I shaved off all my hair, became a punk rocker, and started shooting heroin. Have not ever been able to stay clean with the memory of that rape.
All my reasoning and trying to, figure it out on my own never worked. I just broke down and I realized I need help.
The transition from going from military life to civilian life, it's really hard. There's so many mixed emotions. You're excited about getting out, but then you're scared about getting out because you don't know what you're going to do.
I had lost everything. I'd lost my car, my house, my daughter, my job, everything. And so I went into treatment only because I didn't have anywhere else to go.
When I was at Salvation Army, I met Working Wardrobes and a special coach named Karen Lawson, who came into the rehab center and was telling us about this program Working Wardrobes have called the Men's Day of Self-Esteem. We were told this is for us and it will allow us to get a job. And when I heard that it was about a job, that was the one link I kept thinking when I was sober that I needed in my life.
When we were told that Working Wardrobes was going to come, we were going to have a day of self-esteem, all of the women, we were very excited. We heard we were going to get new clothes and our hair done and makeup. But then they said, well, we had to have these 6-week classes beforehand to teach us how to get jobs. And it scared the devil out of me.
Working Wardrobes, when I heard they were hosting that event, it gave me a chance. I'm like, yes, I'm going to do that because I'm not prepared to get out.
I was excited. Every time we did a session, it brought me a little bit of understanding of myself because I didn't know what my career goals were, what my specialties were.
Having been a coach with Working Wardrobes this is the start of my 5th year, you get to see how people blossom from the beginning when you first go in and they don't know what skills they have to when they leave and they realize that they can make a contribution to society.
We had to write resumes. So actually completing a resume, that was empowering.
We certainly talk a lot about interviewing skills and filling out the application and the detail on the application.
The type of work I'm good at, how to interview, how to speak about a criminal record, these things that would probably have stopped me from getting a job on my own. And with the help of Working Wardrobes, they've been able to open that door, and I was able to get past all those obstacles.
I was forced to write down things that were positive about myself. And that's hard to do. But write it down and practice so that I could come up to you, shake your hand, and tell you about myself in 20 seconds and show you that I'm worth giving an interview to.
I don't know, I felt a very close connection because I was so happy that someone would give their time and effort to help us, and it all paid off.
Having a resume ready for the day of self-esteem to hand out to everyone at the job fair that had my name, my address, what I've done. And it was actually exciting, and because I actually completed something. I completed something.
When I first came, I thought, I don't have drug addictions, I've never been homeless, but it taught me that those are just side effects of all the struggles that everyone goes through. I mean, I know that if someone reached out to me the way that Working Wardrobes helps you reach out to other people, it really shows you like the love that can help give you just hope throughout hard times.
When they are in the workshops for the 5 weeks or 6 weeks prior, they have no idea what it is going to be like when they go through this day. And so when they see 300 or 400 volunteers that are there for them, and they realize that society, if you will, is supporting them, then that's just amazing.
We all came in there in our jeans and t-shirts, and by the end of the day, we really thought we were supermodels.
I felt like a totally new person when I was wearing that suit. I looked in the mirror and I saw a businessman.
There's nothing like having new hair and new clothes. There really isn't anything like that. I would never have thought that it could do that. That just those things could make that much difference. I went for a job interview, the first job interview I'd been on in many years, wearing the suit, one of the suits that I got from Working Wardrobes. And I don't think it's any coincidence that on that day, at that interview, I had the job before I left the office. You know, you can have as much confidence as you want, but if you're not wearing some really nice clothes, it makes a lot of difference in how people perceive you.
It's just been amazing, the accomplishments that I've been able to achieve. And I would never have expected anything like this to happen in my life. Today I own a home, I'm in school, I got a degree, and I have my family back in my life.
My dream is I want to be a pretty successful man, so I'm going to school here in a few months.
What you need to understand is that the people that utilize Working Wardrobes, we're frightened. We don't, inside of us, we don't even have the self-esteem to even think about getting a job. We're people who have lived a long time without any hope. Working Wardrobes offers to men and women a chance to begin again.